So in the evening here, I just sat down, took my shower. My hair is still wet. Just got back home and wanted to relax, and I wanted to share a couple of things with you. I named these things "Thank You, Brenda," and there is a story attached to that, as you know. I love sharing my life stories with you guys. I remember years ago, I don't know how many years ago exactly, I think about 12, 13 years ago, one of the sisters that I knew and we had served together wrote a long letter on the internet and put it up. And she said a whole lot of things about me that was completely got me off guard and shocked me. And so I gotta say, reading the letter, I could hear her pain, but the reality was, um, it was just not meant from the Christ perspective or something. But anyways, if you you know me, there's a lot of things they say about me on the internet, so I don't ever bother saying things about it. And those days I kept quiet because I wanted to know what God says. And when I was reading that letter, I remember reading one part that she said, "Hey, Afshin, how can Afshin be a good pastor? How can he be a man of God? His garden is a mess." And so, and I thought to myself, she knows very well that I'm highly allergic to all the vegetations. And I had like 186 or something when I gave test, allergies toward greens and everything else. And I said, and she knew it. But that day I thought to myself, okay, Lord, there are many things that she accuses me of. I cannot do anything about, but the garden, I'm gonna go. If that's gonna bless my sister, I want to go out there and I want to do something about it. I stood in the middle of the garden and I started just doing the garden work, and I knew what it will happen because my allergies were so bad that part of the months, part of the year, I would just lose my voice completely and I couldn't speak, and everybody knew that. For like 2, 3 months I'll be like a zombie. I can't really walk around and everything else because I was so sick. I come from Palm Cities, the south of Iran, gorgeous beaches and everything else. There wasn't so many cedar trees, so many vegetations. Anyways, as I was in the garden and I was working and everything else, I just was able to do all the garden. And then I just jumped into the shower. And I remember trying to wash everything off in a panicking, frantically, because I knew what happened to me every time I went into the garden. And so as I was washing, I felt a nudge from the Holy Spirit and said, "Hey, Afshin, how's your allergy? How's your breathing?" And I was like, I'm okay. I can breathe. And then he said, "How's your body?" Normally, my body would swell and I would have itch all over and everything else. And I said, I don't have any. And I was a little bit shocked. I didn't know what's happening. And the Lord said to me, Afshin, she accused you of things. And you had every right to complain about her, to come to me and say, hey, my sister unjustly accuses me of things. And she does not carry the heart of Christ for me. I could have said those things. The Lord said to me, but rather than that, you decided to bless your sister. And because you decided to bless your sister, I blessed you. And I realized that moment that, oh my goodness, I can breathe. Now it's been about 10, 12 years, and every time I go to a garden, I work with dust. I'm like so grateful. And I remember that day that God used my sister in her hurt. She was hurt, and she may be still hurt by me. And she said things in her pain against me. But I remembered something from my culture. And my culture, my mom said, when you talk about family, it's like spitting upward. Guess where it's going to land? In your own face, my mom would say. Sometimes as Christians, we don't realize. When we talk about each other, it's like he's spitting upward because they're my family. They're our family. And in that moment, and I know this happens often in the church, and people say things that are accusing, or not Christ-hearted and everything else. But can I just, hi everyone, can I just suggest this? Anyone that is watching this, if you are being accused, or if someone attacks you not with the love of Christ, would you take the position to see what you can do to bless them? Maybe they won't even receive it, but take that position in front of the heaven and say, my brother, my sister is hurt by me, and I can't do anything, but I want to do something that will bless them. In the midst of those accusations, I just wanted to bless my sister, and in return, I was healed. And now 10, 12 years has gone by, and every time, and I was in car with Eric, and we were just working and everything, and we were dumping a whole lot of grass and everything else. And Eric, and I told Eric that story, and I said, Eric, you're a young man, you're just young in the Lord, you're just newly believer, you're walking and you want to be a disciple. One of the most important lessons I can tell you, that I can teach you, I can implore you to learn is this, that when you are in the body of Christ, you got to be ready that people will say things about you that are mean. People will do things that will be painful and hurtful, but please don't be offended. Please don't take an offense, because you can, rather than taking an offense, you can take a blessing. You can take the offense from your brother or your sister, or you can take the blessing from your father. It's a choice you have to make. Don't take the offense, rather take the blessing from the Father's hand. Give a blessing, sow a blessing, and you will be blessed. So today, I just had that on my heart because I wanted to share that with you, because God is doing amazing things. It was yesterday or something, the day before yesterday, people were talking about me, and my son said, my um, dad's always positions himself in thanking God. And he said he's got a Job character. I don't know if I do or not. But I've learned one thing, that my Father in heaven is good. Sometimes, you're watching and you're looking. Imagine yourself on the first day of heaven and earth. God has created the heavens and earth. And he says to you, hey, John, hey, Dan, hey, Afshin, what do you think? And I'm like, what do I think about what? What do you think about what I've created? I'm like, I can't see anything. There is nothing. And God says, no, you can't. I just created the heavens and earth. Well, but I can't see anything. Ah, that's right, he says. It's darkness everywhere and hi everyone. And so, and I'm like, wow, that's so good. But I can't see. And he says, okay, let there be light. And then the light hits. And it's like, wow, I can see what you have created. It's a ball of water, and a whole bunch of other things in just a massive, endless sky. And then he says, oh, wait a minute. And then he separates the waters and he fills the earth with trees and everything. One day when I was reading that, the Lord said to me, Afshin, sometimes I have created something, but because I haven't shed light on it, you haven't really realized what I've done in your life. So God is doing things in your life that is in the darkness, but he has already done it. And it's going to wait for a day till he says, let there be light. And then when the light shines on it, you see it and you still don't understand it because it's formless and shapeless and doesn't have anything. And you're like, what are you doing, Lord? What does that mean? And the Lord says, give me a little bit of time. Let me finish my work. And in the end of the sixth day, he said, he saw that everything was good and it was very good. And I want to say this, God is doing a very good job in your life, very good work in your life. He's an amazing God. Look at the world. Look at this. I'm looking at the sunset here and the sky is all colors. That's your Father. That's my Father. He who created all these beauties is doing a wonderful work in your life. And he's going to make something beautiful out of your life. That's what he's doing. So I've learned to always say, thank you, God. All things work together for good. I know he does it. And you know what? On that theme, I got to say this. Today I was buying some stuff for the new house because in this week I was like, telling the people here, something great is going to happen. And they're like, what's happening? I said, well, we don't have any finances and we haven't had any donations come in for a while. I think somebody else donated 50, 60 bucks or something a couple of days ago. But for a while, we haven't had any money come in. So something big must be happening. A miracle is down on the pipeline, but I haven't seen it. And I'm excited to receive it and everything else. And so this morning, I got up and I see, oh, wow, somebody just donated 700 bucks to us. So I was like, oh, yay. So we have just started putting the pipelines in the walls and everything else. And we just bought some more stuff. So tomorrow we're going to continue putting wires in and everything. It's amazing how God is just providing. It's not coming all in one chunk, but every time it's coming, people are doing some small donations or whatever it's on their heart or their leg. It's making such a huge difference. And it's like, I'm like a little kid, got a little toy. Wow, praise the Lord. Now we can go. Today I went and we were like trying to drill holes in the walls, and as you know, the European walls are massive and everything else, and we're trying to do it, and the drill bit is a small. So I was like, this is so much. So as soon as the finances were there, I'm like, we got to get one nice one, get a big one so we can actually go through and do these things. And so it's so exciting to walk with the Lord. It was about like 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. At 7 a.m. I started. At 7 p.m. I just was walking back to home, had finished a full day and everything else. I was full of dust and everything. I came home. My wife had made the rice, had the charcoals ready. We did a quick barbecue, finished eating, go downstairs, do worship session. And the internet wasn't working, so we're just praying on our knees and everything, and we're asking God. And I knew that by the time that the hour of the prayer is finished, then the internet will come. But somebody said, let me put my music box. And we were just putting the music and dancing and praying and speaking to the Lord in tongues and just raising our voices. And I see all these young people and I'm like, wow, 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 wow. Lord, you're amazing. You're so good. You're so good. You're so good. So then I came back after the worship at the shower and I'm sitting here with you guys. And I just want to say, what an amazing privilege it is to know the name of Jesus Christ. What an amazing, amazing blessing it is to serve him, to walk with him. And you and I, where would we be without him? So I want to say thank you guys. Thank you, every one of you that joined this community, this family. Thank you for loving a man that cries all the time. So I hope to see you one day soon. I am heading to Winnipeg on June 4th to June 19th. I'll be there. And then in September 4th to September 19th, around the same time, I'll be in Dallas, Texas. I'll be in CFNI speaking in the university there for 3 days. And then I'll be speaking here and there. And I'm yeah, man, it's amazing. We're doing great things. The Lord is doing good things in our life, and we are beholding his glory. So I want to say thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone that is a member here. I really, really, really appreciate you guys being a member and supporting us. You know, there's all sorts of things you guys are doing. I'm not good at this, but you guys are doing everything you know how to do to support us. I don't. There's. I think last month we did about $300 on YouTube only. So I really appreciate everyone that is supporting, sending money and PayPaling payments, buying the books on Amazon. I just had a couple of books sent out. Thank you, everyone. Thank you that you are reaching out to your friends and everybody else and getting our message out there. We love you very much. And we hope to see you someday here as we are finishing the Cyrus house too. We would love to one day host you guys here in that house also. Bless you. We love you. And please keep us in your prayers. And yeah, thank you for your partnership. We love you so much. Till next time.